Spain is about to be ostracised out of NATO. Oh, well, according to a leaked memo from the Pentagon. I always wonder about these leaked memos, what have you. Is it deliberate? Probably. Yeah. Oh, what should we leak today? Well, let's just piss that lot off, shall we? Yeah, the Spanish for being nasty to us. From preventing us from being able to fly over their airspace. So we can murder a few people and maybe some little schoolgirls. Well, there ain't no ostracising or pushing out anyone out of NATO. Actually, I take back the ostracising. You could ostracise them politically. The United States could also remove their troops out of Spain. But I believe that Pedro Sanchez will probably take that as a blessing, since having those bases and those troops, the US soldiers in Spain as a part of NATO, is painting a target on their backs. Now, Iran has, to be fair, been very favourable towards Spain because Pedro Sanchez has shown that he's got some ghoulies, big balls. I'm not talking about the geezer in Doge, no, that 5-year-old, whatever. Anyway, but you see, well, yeah, please click the like button. Maybe subscribe to the channel. Now, if you didn't know already, I did have another channel called All Shorts, and unfortunately, I can't get it back just yet because they're taking absolutely ages. But I got hacked. All right, so we've got this new channel. So please subscribe to this channel. It'd be much appreciated. And little Nacho down there, you can't see, yes you can, because I've got to make sure you can. Here he is. He'll appreciate it as well because he gets extra dog treats for every subscriber, don't you? So the thing about NATO is, you see, everyone in the United States and in the UK even, they all seem to think that the US is, well, protecting Europe. Now, I would say it's the other way around. I'm saying that because they interfere with all these other countries' business, that all they do is paint a target on our backs. Seriously. And all it's done is encourage European countries, NATO members, not to invest as much in their defence. Now, since Donald Trump showed himself to be a thorn in our side, maybe in yours as well, that they have upped the spend. And not with the United States. Because all this lark about increasing the spend, it's got nothing to do with increasing defence. It's about spending more money on US defences. Because Donald Trump's friends all own these multi-billionaire corporations that make bullets that kill, well, quite often children. In Gaza, for instance, and Lebanon and Iran. You know how it goes. Well, Donald Trump is going to be very disappointed, okay, because there are basically two in and outs of NATO. You've got, I think it's Article 10 and the other one's Article 13, I think it is. I might be mistaken. Please let us know in the comments down below. But Article 10 is like, I would like to join NATO. Now, let's say, for instance, Ukraine might have filled that form in several times. Okay? But if a nation wants to leave NATO, they do Article 13, I believe. All right? There is no way, no mechanism for any individual NATO member to push out a NATO member. You can just leave if you want to leave NATO. Okay? Or all, I think it's 32 NATO members could all vote to remove the one NATO member, but then all of them, including Spain, would have to say, for instance, vote for that. So why wouldn't they leave anyway? Do you know what I mean? It's absolute bollocks. So there ain't no pushing out a NATO member. And the United States does not pay for the defence of Europe. I would argue that the United States benefits deeply from their involvement in Europe. Seriously, I mean NATO. Because of the bases, give them their little stepping stones, their little aircraft carriers, effectively, all over the bloody place. That's why there's NATO. It's just so they can invade other countries. But we've said this time, enough is enough. You've engaged us in so many illegal wars, Iraq, for instance. WMDs, anyone? Well, that didn't pan out too well, did it? And we're sick of it. So Donald Trump is constantly trying to punish NATO members. Oh, you're not spending enough, or you're not letting us do whatever we want. Now, as far as Donald Trump's concerned, you're only good to him as long as you are tickling his fancy, so to speak. You are doing his bidding. Well, we don't want to do your bidding anymore in Europe. No. We know that you are not just an anomaly, but you're a tyrant, Mr. Trump. The orange von Schitzenpanzen. And we want no part of you. Now, you might get the odd person in the UK, it's all the United States and what have you, that's fantastic and all. No, not anymore. We're woken up to you. Of course, woke if you like, but we are awake. Most of us, anyway, with half a brain cell, knows that the United States is a thorn in our sides now. Started with the tariffs. Donald Trump is using all this against every fucking country. He ain't happy with the United Kingdom because of the digital services taxes and what have you. It's about 4%. It's going to be charged on companies, US tech companies, for doing business in the UK. You've got the digital services tax and what have you regarding in Europe as well, and within the EU. You know, because you're raking shitload of fucking money out of our pockets. It's about time you paid taxes in the country that you're making the money. That's normal. That's not unusual. That's normal. That's how it should be. For too long, these fucking companies like Amazon have paid zero corporation tax in Europe. Zero. I did videos about this years ago. They showed like 16 billion in losses. Amazon did. How? Bloody joke, isn't it? Bloody joke. So what's Donald Trump doing now? He's now threatening, right? Little Smiley Miley in Argentina, he'll be happy. That he will, because Donald Trump said, regarding the United Kingdom, I will gift the Falklands, the Isla Malvinas, to Argentina. He wants to give territory of the United Kingdom, gift it, to Argentina. Yeah, how's that going to go down? Last time we fought over that, remember? Yeah, I was at school at the time, good many years ago. And I'm sure Simon, who got burnt to bits on that ship, I'm sure he won't be too happy either, no. Amazing man. Well, so Trump is threatening Spain. Threatening all NATO members, okay? Because we've said sod ya, basically. So there he is in his lonesome in his little, his little room and that, with all his other leaders and that, military leaders and that, pushing his little ships around in the Strait of Hormuz, I don't know, like 2 miles that way, or 2 miles back again, a bit like the opening closing of the strait. If 1 minute's open, next minute's closing, it's open, close, open, then close. Oh, you know how it goes. It's just everything that's coming out of his mouth is a lie. Everything. He has not put the Iranian Navy to the seabed in the Persian Gulf. No, he has not. They did sink one ship. Not 170, 950, or whatever number that was. No. Iran has only been bringing out their little speedboats. It's kind of, they're fast attack ships, which are just not much more than a speedboat, really. I don't know how big they are, 50 foot, something like that, Little gunships. Not even gunships, are they? Just little attack boats, really. That's all they are, But they've got hundreds of those things. You have them come from all directions. It's very difficult to shoot them out the bloody out of the sea. You know, he's just full of shit, and I'm sick of it. I'll be honest with you, I'm absolutely sick of it. And I'm sure you are as well, because we are all going to suffer this. Now, whether it be because of the oil, what have you, they reckon that's going to be at least 6 months before the Strait of Hormuz is going to be properly open, after a deal is reached or the United States gives in, just like they did in Vietnam, because the cowards. Oh, did I say it out loud? Sorry. Political cowards. And quite frankly, I think a lot of the, you're going to hate me for saying this, but a lot of these US military are cowards. Not all of them, but a lot of them are. Because they're doing their bidding. They're following legal orders. And that makes them cowards. They don't want to lose their jobs. Makes them cowards. They're happy to murder people. Just to keep their jobs. Because that's basically what it means. While you're participating in this group action that ends up with dead people, you're part of the murder. You just are. You're an accomplice. That's the word I was looking for. So I don't hold a lot of respect there. I really don't. It's either an illegal action or it's not. And for those of you in the United States still sharing this, like it's oh yeah, so great. You weren't that long ago. You were saying, but he's the peace president, and there'll be no more wars, no more forever wars. This is a forever war. This is going to go on and on and on. And all Trump has done is antagonised, and Israel. Both of them together. They've antagonised, and they've created the next generation of terrorists, the next generation of murderers. Instead of engaging with these people, Iranians, instead of engaging with them and having a discourse with them where we all get on, we all trade together, we all do what we need to do, we wouldn't have all this shit. You know that, don't you? You wouldn't be having all this shit. It's all just because Donald Trump wants to show himself as being strong. And in fact, he's making himself look weak. And that's in between him shitting his pants and having to be cleaned up. Shit on aisle number 3 or something like that. You know what I mean? Or was it he said, I need this shit? He said in the White House, didn't he, after a press conference thingy, whatever it was. He had to say, I need this shit. And it was live mic moment. Lovely, isn't it? He's just, he can't help it. He can't help it, let's be fair. He helped Sashka Riley, didn't he? He rammed that old wooden tent peg up Trump's derriere. Yeah, he didn't just like little girls, he liked little boys and all, Yeah. And Sashka Riley tried to kill him with a wooden tent peg. He had to be airlifted out apparently. Screaming he was, screaming. You can just imagine the scene now. There he was on the bloody on stretcher, being stretched out to the helicopter, all right? With Donald Trump up there, laying on his front with a feckin' tent pole sticking out, with a pet peg sticking out, with a sheet over it. Can you imagine? Just like that. If it was the other way around, you'd have thought it'd been an erection. But no, it's a feckin' tent peg up derriere. Yeah, Trump's chocolate starfish got penetrated by a wooden tent peg. If you don't believe me, ask Sashka Riley. Do your research. I've made videos about it before. My other channel, they got taken out by YouTube or some hacker. Anyway, I would like to thank some people, I would. Sent some very kind people who have helped me get this channel to nearly 100 subscribers already, and it's only a few days old. This is, 5th day, I think it is, this channel. And so that is really appreciated. And that'd be Max Respect, Regan Lee, all political channels and what have you, and all my friends and family have also subscribed. But and if I've forgotten anybody, I apologise. But there's been a few people who've subscribed to the channel just help push it up, which means I can very shortly do some live streaming, hopefully push it up, because I need to get to 1,000 as soon as I possibly can, while I'm battling to try and get my other channels back. But I'm going to keep this channel going. I'm going to keep uploading equally on both channels because I need it back up. So anyway, I'd like to thank those who have helped us in the past as well, because sometimes it's quite hard doing this job, you know. Trying to inform people with the truth regarding the tent peg. Yeah, and the fact that you got human hair in your bread, and your raspberry ripple ice cream has got beaver anal gland juices. All very important stuff. Yeah. Oh, look at him though. Look, he's so cute, aren't you? He's been had a very busy day, hasn't you? He's been very interested in what's under the plastic sheeting in the garden. Yeah, he's been up and down looking in holes, hasn't you? He's been on a bike ride, yes. He's been in his little box in the back of the bike. So he's been enjoying that. And then, what else has he been doing? Just been coggy. He was later. He's tired. Oh, he goes. Anyway, thank you very much, everybody. And I hope you'll have a lovely evening, because that's when this video is going to be going up for me here in France. But check out our other channel as well, because all our channels got taken out. In fact, my woodworking channel even got deleted by the hacker, which is very worrying, since I had like quite a few subscribers on there, 80,000 on that channel. But I've got another channel called Frogit as well. I'll leave links in the description down below, but you know. It's all sent to try us, isn't it, eh? You know. And what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, so I'm told. Doesn't feel like it sometimes, no. But yeah, that's what I'm told. What do you reckon? Leave it in the comments down below. But let me know what you think about all this and about his fucking people's beliefs regarding NATO and stuff like that. You know, the fact that the United States is paying for its own military. The UK pays for its own military. In France, they pay for their own military. All NATO members pay for their own military, own defence. They pay a little bit towards, the US pays about $300 million a year towards the running of NATO, and the same with every other country. It's a percentage of your GDP. So there you go. Time for me to go. I'm going to say toodaloo, you know. Say toodaloo. Oh yeah, put your like button and subscribe to the channel.